Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about the concept of playing freely. So what does it mean to play freely? Well, basically, it's trusting your strokes, hitting the ball hard, accelerating fast without the fear of missing. The opposite of playing freely is not trusting your shot, tightening up on your shots, and being scared to miss. The frustrating thing about not playing freely is that when you do try to go for your shots and you make mistakes, this creates a lack of confidence and it's very difficult to get out of that mindset. So how do we get to play freely? Well, this is where things get complicated. And the easiest way that I can explain it to you is that you are able to play freely if you have confidence in your game. If you're talking about strokes, if they are working, if you're making a lot of shots, you're going to gain confidence in your strokes. But more broadly, if you start winning a lot of matches, especially tight ones, your confidence is going to grow. And I'm going to use Danielle Collins as an example for this. So people attribute her success in 2024 to the fact that she said 2024 is going to be her last year. And people logically think that she's playing freely because she has nothing to lose. It's her last year. And while this might make sense on the surface, if you really think about it, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Because if you're playing a tournament one last time, you actually have more pressure than if you had a chance to play the tournament the next year. Let's take the French Open as an example. This is going to be Danielle Collins's last French Open tournament. So if she delivers a bad performance, there's not going to be another year to give it another chance. This is it. So technically speaking, she should be playing with more pressure and not with less. And if you think about some of the legends of the past that have announced their retirement and have gone on farewell tours, I remember vividly Stefan Edberg announced his retirement and he didn't do well. And I actually don't remember a lot of players who announced their retirement playing well afterwards. What you will often see is that the older a player gets, there's a tendency to play more nervy. So if you think about it, the closer you are to the end of your career, the more pressure there is, because you might not have a chance to redeem yourself. And Danielle Collins was recently asked this question during a press conference, and she responded in a way where I could see she felt a little bit insulted at the question. And the question was whether her announcing that it was going to be her last year on tour that she's playing more freely. And Danielle said that she's always played freely, but the reason why she's having so much success this year is because of all the work that she has put into her game. And she said something just clicked and I started playing well. And my analysis of this statement is the following. When I look at Danielle's results, I see that she played a phenomenal year in 2022, reaching the final of the Australian Open. She finished that year 14 in the world, and then in 2023 she didn't play as well and finished the year 52 in the world. In 2024 she played very poorly in the beginning of the year, losing in the first and second round. At the Australian Open, in the second round she played a very good match against Iga Swiatek and took her to 3 sets. She then went to Abu Dhabi and made it through the qualifying draw, reaching the round of 16 and losing a tight 3-set match to Rybakina. The following tournament in Doha, she again made it through the qualifying and reached the quarterfinals. So I think starting at the Australian Open, Collins started playing really well. She then started to win a lot of tough matches consecutively, and she arrived in Miami and made it through a tough first round match against Bernarda Pera where she lost the first set, and that's where things started to click. So the reason why she's playing well is not simply because she announced it's going to be her last year. If it was that easy, you'd see everybody that announces their retirement all of a sudden playing their best tennis, and that's simply not the case. The reason why Danielle Collins is playing well is because she put in all the hard work, and most importantly, she built her confidence by winning tough tennis matches.